because the second you go back to actually eating,
Definitely not healthy.
you just balloon right back up.
I'm not claiming it to be healthy, but
Oh, I know. I'm
think
just saying.
I personally would not do that. I don't think it's a good idea, but whatever suits your fancy.
Yeah.
And for anybody tuning into the stream, no, I'm not fresh off the boat. I just look like I've just been fishing for the past
Forever.
for all day.
Fishing, man.
All right.
I love to fish.
So much like Zelu will be
I got
doing
shut off
by
too.
force, I will be streaming the player perspective to you guys. So I'll be doing all the actual work on a different window on the GM layer, and then this chat thing in the side is what everybody will be able to see on stream, and it's also what you guys will be able to see. So let me change two more things real quick, and then we should be good to get going if you guys are ready.
All right.
Word.
Join voice and video.
Somewhere on here.
We'll reload.
Oh man,
this.
sipping on some white wine.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm feeling crazy.
Love that.
You a wine guy?
This guy's a little kooky.
What are you drinking?
Something racist in the chat.
That's what I said. I said something racist in the chat.
Something racist.
Oh man, is that you got that Echo Damani?
Something.
Okay.
The what?
That Echo Damani?
I don't think I know what that is.
The wine.
It's a cheap Pinot Grigio.
He is not drinking the Echo Damani.
Soft.
This
I
is
don't know if you're allowed to say
some
that.
Trader Joe's
Hey,
wine.
look at that! I got a granite mall.
I'll
One of
take it.
those. There you go.
Mew
No.
in the mall is granite.
Bro's playing D&D and RuneScape.
Y'all want a Betty Cam? That's where she is right now.
Betty Cam.
No.
All right.
Oh, boy.
All right. Beanie babies, beanie boys.
No.
Is everybody ready to go?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeehaw.
I suppose.
Cool beans. All right.
Can you intend to monologue for now?
Are you guys ready for a monologue?
I'm ready to hear you monologue like Brendan Lee Mulligan or something like that.
I don't think I have his chops yet, but maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. Do. Shmeep shmop. All right. Hey, how's everybody doing today? Everybody having a good day?
So far.
Good day to be a good J.
Solid. Can't wait to fuck it up.
Jay, that's a banger, bro.
Right.
Can't wait to fuck it up. Welcome everybody to our session 1 of Dungeons and Dragons.
Woo!
As you can see, thank you, oh man, thank you. As you can see, the campaign we're going to be potentially running through, at least for this first day, is Dragons of Stormwreck Isle. Very, very short campaign. We'll probably still be pretty low level by the end of it. But because this is much of a learning experience for me, as it is for the rest of you as well, I am going to require that you bear with me while we all work it out together. So, who's ready to game today?
I'm ready to-
Do it.
I think I could probably be enticed into gaming.
All right, five people ready to game, and me who was born ready. So I'm happy. I'm happy we're here today. According to legend, 2 families of dragons came into being in the very first days of the world's creation. Bahamut and Platinum Dragon made the metallic dragons, gold, silver, bronze, brass, and copper. And the cruel 5-headed Tiamat made the chromatic dragons, red, blue, green, black, and white. The metallic and chromatic dragons share a mutual animosity that originates in the enmity between Bahamut and Tiamat. The origin of the town of Dragon's Rest is rooted in that animosity. Ages ago, a fire-breathing red dragon called Shareth rampaged up and down the Sword Coast. 3 metallic dragons joined forces to battle Shareth and imprison her beneath the ocean floor, believing that seawater would quench her fire and keep her bound forever. But Shareth's fury, legend says, caused the undersea volcanic activity that forms Stormwreck Isle. You guys are 5 adventurers who are on the journey to Stormwreck Isle, a distant, faraway land that most adventurers try and stay away from, between choppy seas and dangerous monsters and a long and storied history with the people who've lived there for all of their time. Most adventurers don't find it quite worth it to venture out that far just to eventually perish without having found or accomplished anything. You five are different individuals who happened on the same journey to Stormwreck Isle at the same time, looking for bounty, looking for adventure, and for your own personal goals, to gain power, to gain knowledge, to gain influence. You five set out on a ship towards Stormwreck Isle, having all met about a day ago. So, one by one, if you guys wouldn't mind, you should now be able to see the ship that you are on. If you all could just confirm for me that you are able to move your tokens. The grid doesn't match 1-to-1, sorry. But
Yeah.
next time it will, I promise.
Oh,
I
yeah.
see Zilu moving
move it,
his.
Yep.
See O-Man moving his. Pepper.
WASD, or you can drag.
Why the hell is my avatar like that? I already uploaded.
I don't know, but I'm gonna manually fix it for everyone later. So don't even
what do I know?
worry about it.
LeBron James, he fell off.
LeBron Bond.
They won
James.
last
You
night.
might
What
want
are
to
you
get
talking
back
about?
on that boat because this was just
I don't even.
Well, you may be on top of
Did you-
someone.
Wap, did you delete your? Did you hit the
No.
delete button? The
No.
fuck did you do?
Everyone
Hold it.
move their characters. That
I'm going on.
Here.
I'm going to the nose.
You are Shade Caleb. Right?
Yes.
There you go. You're back on the map. Let me resize it real quick.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what you did either. I think you hit the delete, but you fat fingered the delete button. That's okay.
I pushed an arrow key.
So I
I think
understand.
you
you.
mistook an arrow key for.
So one by one, our 5 brave adventurers are going to introduce themselves, starting with Jay. Give me the character's background, and then also give me a quick note on what you look like, if you don't mind. I see your avatar, but you know.
I mean, the avatar is self-explanatory. My name is Rat Burgess, and I am a adventurer. I'm a paladin. I am dumb, and I like big weapons. Buying GF 10K.
you know,
Are you
knowing that
ready
you're a
finish now?
paladin,
Yeah, that's all.
Alright.
that seems a little different than what a paladin would be. That seems more barbarian-like.
Well, it depends
I mean-
on your opinions on religion.
Yeah,
Sure.
like you know, I have overhead prayers, so you know
Fuck with me, you know what I'm
I
saying?
can't be a
I get it.
barbarian.
I see.
You heard me.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Pepper, tell me about the Waco peppercorn. I had to think about what it was for a second, including what you look like, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I am a medium-sized dragonborn of the monk variety. I was raised with the intention of becoming a soldier from birth. I have the great displeasure of having grown up in a clan of dragons, not residing or coming from wyverns growing up. So I have only just evolved into becoming a dragonborn myself, and I'm not used to having hands. So I'm used to fighting with said hands due to my draconic fighting style. However, I am a bit of a klutz when it comes to using my hands for mundane activities.
Okay. All right.
As a last step.
Got it.
I am a hefty individual since I am like, I don't know, if I'm like a medium-sized dragon, let's call me being like 7 feet tall, and I'm like, let's say 400 pounds. I'm like a bronzy gold colored dragon with wings on my back.
All right, beautiful.
Got it.
Are these big wings or little wings?
They're on the smaller side. Just because I don't want to be busted.
How small are we talking?
They-
Like,
If I can't fly for long periods of time anymore now that I'm a big boy.
Are you more of a glider?
Yeah, more of a
Mm.
glider. It helps me cover. It helps me get a little more distance when I
If you-
jump.
Because you have to get a
Or-
little more distant.
Yeah,
You
got a little
have
more
to.
distance. Exactly. That's me.
Okay.
Oscar, tell me about Willie Bodycock.
All right. Willie
But maybe not.
Bodycock.
But maybe not too much.
Willie Bodycock. In short, I'm a gnome. I look like your typical gnome. Green shirt, brown pants, usually. Around like 3.5 feet in height. So like medium size for a gnome. Like probably somewhere between 50 and 70 pounds. Nothing too big. In terms of what my character's about, in short, I'm an aspiring taskmaster. And that definition will be expanded upon later whenever the DM and I can agree on what specifically that means. But in short...
Because he tried to talk to me and I called him a name.
Oh.
In short, I am going to be tagging along to a party to see what there is to do in Stormwreck Isle. See what adventuring parties can do. And then, depending on how this goes, I may be assigned to hang out here for future parties to reward them for exploring all parts of the island.
Okay.
But I need to be able to see it be done first before I'm able to sense that it gets done by other parties.
I love to see it. Zilu, introduce yourself to me. Introduce yourself to me,
Howdy.
the wise old man.
All right. So I didn't put it in the app itself, but I am the wise old man, and so I'm a former adventurer who's been around for no one really knows how long. Very, very old. Physically, I'm an old man with a white beard. I'm bald. I have a spiky blue hat. It kind of looks like paper. I've been on many, many adventures. No one knows how many. There's even rumors that I've robbed a bank. No one's ever been able to prove that either. But I am a wizard. I am often chaotic and tend to do things just because I want to. No rhyme or reason. And that's how he has kind of gotten this far. He used to have an adventuring party, and no one really knows what happened to them. So we'll leave that there.
Bit of a criminal background, huh?
And last, certainly not least, though, because he just got back from working out. Tell me about Shade Calum.
So, Shade Calum is a half-elf warlock. He, on the shorter side, he is 5'1", and about approximate weight. Okay, he's kind of pale, but he has red eyes with black pupils. Basically, he is a mercenary that has been using his eldritch power to try to draw him closer to his goals, and he's going to Stormwreck Isle to seek answers to some people who have wronged him in the past. And so he's trying to find the power of the dragons and understand what he can use from this island.
Power of the dragon.
You kind of ate with that. Can I say that? Is that okay?
Yes.
So
Hey,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry I have to say this, but you said seeking the power of the dragon, and the only thing I could hear in my head was Genji yelling, "The dragon becomes me!" or whatever it is. What do you
no, it's
fucking-
cheaper town hall.
I would never play Overwatch with English VA. So that's where you and I get
No,
today.
English is crazy.
It's like playing Yakuza with the English dub on, like a fucking idiot. You know.
It's a good thing I don't play any of those games. I just that's a fucking voice line stuck in my head from a former life.
Former life.
Oh yeah.
Rat, Shade, Willie, old man, the old man, Dwaco.
Sit
You
ready.
five are.
Dunn is my first name.
You five are. sorry. Old man is his father's name. You five are currently on a boat headed towards Stormwreck Isle. This is your first time meeting. You guys have no concept of who one another are. So, if there are any questions that you guys would like to ask one another, or any additional, insight into why your party members and your cohorts are trying to travel to Stormwreck Isle, while we're just sitting here waiting on the boat for a couple of days, now would be the time.
Being this
And
is
feel
where we
free
bring
to
out the
feel free
voice
to
that- this is
feel
the
free to
voice
move
that's
about the cabin as
required.
well if you'd like.
What'd you say, Omen?
Okay,
Cabin
so
being the ship.
so how does this work? Do we actually like have to walk to each other and have conversations with each other, or what?
So
Are we?
the more you can get into it, my ask would be that if two people are having a conversation, that everybody else allows, everybody who's not involved in the conversation allows their party members to speak and finish what they're talking about. My ask would also be that you guys have these conversations as your characters in the way that you think your characters will react and speak to one another, not how, Zelu and Hignite would speak to one another,
see.
if that makes sense. So try and
Well,
remain in
role play is
character.
what you're
Feel
saying.
free if there's anything that you want to do on the boat, if there's anything that you want to take a look at, investigate, anything you want to ask one of your cohorts, feel free, go right ahead. Whoever wants to take the reins, go right ahead.
And cowhides.
Uh,
Cowhides.
my character Willie's gonna walk over to the back of the boat. Hey, your name's Shade, right?
Yeah.
Shade,
What do you want?
I see you looking very longingly at our destination. What are you planning on doing at Stormwreck Isle?
This voice is great. I didn't expect the voice to come out. It's none of your business. Now go away.
Well, the reason I'm going, I need to spectate people doing certain things on the island, and I was kind of hoping that you and I could like partner up a little, so I can see it get done.
Whatever you do is of no concern to me. When we get off this boat, I'm simply going to make a way for myself.
That's kind of scary. This is a dangerous island. Are you sure you want to go by yourself?
If others choose to follow me, that is their own choice.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go talk to some other people, I guess.
Buying cowhide.
Wait, what are you saying?
I'm sure that is hilarious for the people who understand it.
I don't understand. I don't even hear what I don't even hear what he's saying.
Some cowhide. I'm not getting it.
How much?
Buying GF 10K.
I hope that they're a normal age.
That's crazy.
Willie's also gonna walk over. Hey,
Hey, I can trim your armor. just trade it to me.
hey, Mr. Old Man.
Howdy.
That's a pretty cool hat. Where can I get one?
You'll never see anything like this in your life.
Did you make it yourself, or did you buy it from somewhere?
I got it from the bank. Don't ask him. Ask him where it went.
Why would I ask him where it went?
They still think it's there.
Oh, okay. You just confess a crime
No.
to me? All right. So, what are you doing going to Stormwreck Isle?
I am seeking to find my old adventure party.
That sounds cool.
There's rumors out there that I have killed them myself, and I'm trying to prove those rumors wrong.
Why would they be at Stormwreck Isle?
I don't know where else they would be. I've adventured everywhere. Spent the
Huh.
past few centuries crossing the entire land. and
Wait,
this is the last place I
past
have
few
been.
centuries? How old are you?
No one knows. Even I don't know.
All right. Well, do you need some? Would you like a buddy to go alongside and help you?
Yeah, just don't get in the way.
I am fine sitting in the background. That shade guy over there, he's also looking to explore a bit of the island. Maybe we can hang out with him a little.
As long as we can
Who
trust
knows?
him.
He may be one of your lost party members.
Possibility.
I don't use my god.
Selling cowhides. 15K.
How much?
15K.
Oh, is this a
Lol,
food
scammer.
scam?
Scam lol. Shut up, noob. Buying cowhide 200 GP.
All right, someone else get some dialogue going. Someone that hasn't spoken. I want to hear these voices. Let me hear them.
What are your intentions with those cowhide? I might have
Crafting.
millions in the bank. What makes you worthy?
Man, y'all playing
We're just fucking playing RuneScape right
now. What is going on?
Play
Bro?
RuneScape through D&D, man.
Look, y'all.
It's
Come
the
on,
fucking
man.
wrong game, dude.
No, man. We cannot be. We gotta be locked in for 2 hours. Yo. It's just 2 hours, yo. And y'all want to just play RuneScape?
That's so fucking funny.
All right. I'm gonna
Personally,
go over.
I think out of character moment. I think that the RuneScape bit is really funny, and I'm gonna keep it up the entire time we play.
What is that? Your character just saying things?
Yeah, that's
Just
the
fucking saying
player
shit,
just
you know?
typing shit.
Willie's gonna walk up to Dwayne, go, "Hey, cool wings you got there."
I don't want to be talked to. My mommy said it's not safe for me to talk to older gentlemen.
I'm not older. I'm probably
How old
younger
are
than
you?
you. I don't know. How old are you?
I just turned 18 on the last fortnight.
It's a
That's pretty
victory
cool.
royale.
Happy belated birthday.
Fortnite Battle Pass.
Thanks.
I think I'm pretty approachable. But if you don't want to talk to me because of what your mom said, I get it.
It's okay. I'm just a little scared of meeting new people.
That's pretty cool. I've
Draco
spoken to,
can sometimes be a little intimidating because of my size, so people usually lash out at me first.
I've spoken to a couple people on this boat, and I've gotten some pretty good vibes from them. I mean, that Shade guy he's kind of reserved, but everyone else seemed pretty cool. That guy buying cowhides over there is kind of like, I don't know why he's keeping typing. Like, no one's over there trading with him.
Yeah,
up,
Draco's
noob.
not as small as you, but he's probably he's definitely intimidated by that Shade guy also.
What are you doing on Stormwreck Isle?
I'm going on my warrior's journey. I'm trying to be a great warrior of the sea, like my fathers before me.
It's pretty cool. So if you don't
Thanks.
mind me asking, I need to hang out and see all the aspects of the Isle. Can I tag along in your journey?
You know what? You're the first person not to be intimidated by me, so I can appreciate and respect your courage. So you're welcome to tag along.
That's awesome. Forward to it.
Me too.
Willie's gonna reach up for a high five.
I'm gonna reach down for a low five.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, that was me.
Yeah,
I'm
the
right-
roll
I'm
call.
right-
Draco
cutting that.
appreciates. Draco appreciates that dap up.
I as the GM am breaking the fourth wall, and I am retconning that. Is
But the
everybody
roll-
familiar with how to open their character sheets?
Oh,
Yeah.
My
So-
character sheet is open.
All right. So you should be looking at it in Roll20. So Oscar stepped away to go deal with his beautiful daughter for a moment. But Dwaco,
Yeah.
can you do something for me?
No.
Sorry. Can
What do
you
you-
do
what do you roll?
some
On your
amazing
character
stuff?
sheet, you should see
Yeah.
a big list of skills on the left side of your character sheet.
Yeah.
Can you click on the one that says sleight of hand?
Mm-hmm.
Sleight of hand check for a dap up?
For a high five, even.
Come on.
Sorry, I should have specified. Only Pepper in this case needs to do it. Everybody did it, but no, I'm sorry, not everybody. Jay did it 5 times. But
Because
only
to be
Pepper
honest,
needed
I
to
didn't
do
know
it.
what it was doing.
So,
Oh, yeah.
oh man, can you do the same thing? Can you hit a sleight of hand check for me? Beautiful. From here, Willie and Dwago execute a pretty textbook high five. There's nothing particularly impressive about it, but they do make contact, and there is a loud enough slap that the other members of the party who are up on that upper deck are able to hear it. So-
DM, I want to look around to see if anyone's like looking at us in respect after that high five.
Absolutely. Make a perception check for me. I'm trying to figure out where you are. I see you right there. Sorry. You take a quick look around after you guys land that perfectly cromulent, incredibly average high five, and you see that Shade looked over because he heard a loud sound all of a sudden, and you can tell from your guys' conversation that he's a little bit on alert. He doesn't quite trust anyone yet, and he's a little cold and trying to go his own way. So he takes a quick look over once he hears the sound and then looks back, but you don't notice that anybody else has paid attention.
Hey, Shade, I'm gonna need to see that lay booty, lay clap.
Wait, is this a response to me joining back in the video, or like,
No, this is breaking the fourth wall
The
because
timing is
your
really the timing is great.
this is breaking the fourth wall because your icon is LeBron James, so I need to see La Booty La Clap.
Le Bon even.
Oh my
Beautiful work.
God.
Thank you all for having those conversations. That was very nice. Oscar, I
I
appreciate you being the driver there. And
I was gonna have another conversation, but I can't move my character.
You can just drag your icon.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it a stack.
You
That's
should
gonna be
be
a
able to
wild
drag it.
voice
Give
to
me a second.
maintain this whole
With
campaign.
select, right?
Facts.
We're gonna try,
controlled
man.
by
I'm committed to
Wappy, I
the
need
bit.
you to try one more time for me.
That was why I committed to the low
Now I
effort,
can,
just
yes.
being a dumbass
Gotcha.
bit
Cool.
because I don't have to make it.
Yeah.
I'm a
Which one
human
is
and a
Oscar?
dumbass, so I really don't have to change my
Which one
voice.
is
Oscar is
Oscar?
the only one with real art.
Zach
He's
has
the-
Zach is RuneScape, right?
The inspo
Yeah.
for my
Zach
voice
is
is
RuneScape,
Pika
yeah.
from One Piece because I thought it would be
Okay.
hilarious to be a giant dragon with a high-pitched voice. So
No,
Oh, who are you looking to go talk to?
I'm trying to. I walk to the
What are these?
center
These, like,
of the.
is this
the
like our
boat,
way to communicate, like what we want to do, or?
And yeah, we're moving, and I approach.
So when you want to communicate, right now you guys are walking about the cabin having a conversation. So I'm not going to be a stickler for where you move and when.
Mhm.
I will only really do that in the event that you guys are fighting something.
Yeah.
Other than that, you can pretty much move freely, just like in Baldur's Gate, basically. But whenever you want to ask, if you want to ask me a question, or if you want to try and do something, run it by me first, and I'll describe what goes on. But I see a Shade wants to have a conversation with somebody, so
I approach the mysterious old man towards the middle of the boat, and can I do a perception check to kind of
absolutely. Are you familiar with how to roll it?
Bro's getting a vibe.
Well, Bob,
You're
what
about
are
to
you
get
looking to do specifically?
I'm
Are you just
I'm
sizing
trying
him
to
up?
understand. I'm trying to size up this old man because when I look at him, he seems to be
Size up the old man.
He seems to be one of the only other people driven by a goal going to the island, and so
go
Excuse me,
ahead.
I'm-
And hit that
I'm clearly
perception
trying to
check for
buy
me while I
leather.
go get another beer.
Go ahead and give
so
it a
how do I
roll.
roll it?
Trying to figure out how to
How
do
do I
it.
you
roll
just-
it?
Open up your
Are you-
character sheet and click on the perception.
it's under the skills under the left-hand side.
I'm gonna make this bigger. I gotta make this into Did y'all pop it out?
While he's grabbing a beer, I'm
Yeah, my shit's popped out. Oh wait, no.
Yes,
Final
mine's popped.
Gingo, gentlemen.
That's a
Final
good idea
Gingo.
though.
Hell yeah.
So perception, I click it, right?
And then
Yep, just
should
click it.
And roll.
11.
you have a +4 to perception? My gosh.
Yeah, that is. You're
Yeah.
very wise. I'm going to talk when Jay gets back.
What does that do?
Tabula insert.
Perception check. What does
So
that do?
basically, I'm trying to look at you and see, what can I get from you? Right? Because you're like, I don't know, you're a mysterious old guy with a hat.
Wise. Don't forget I'm
Right.
wise.
Okay, wise, yeah, clearly a veteran, and I can clearly look at you and compare to everyone else on the ship and know that you're.
No,
You're
no, no, no.
veteran
You don't get to
too.
make that call. I get to make that
I
call.
don't get to make that call. But
You don't
that's
get to
why
make
I
that call.
I approached him to see if that's the case.
I
approached to
understand.
see.
All right. Given your context, I like it. And I'll tell you the outcome when Jay gets back.
Now, in circumstances like this, Gulad, is this just up for you to decide what
Decide.
can get at, or
Yeah, you
what
can give me
shade
nothing.
can get out of him?
It is up for me to decide, and I would recommend, especially as you guys go on in your adventures as the party, that you make a note of the things that I tell you that your character has seen or experienced.
Yeah.
Reason being is that this is a little cooperative storytelling. I am the driver, of course, but you guys are key characters, and you get to make your own decisions to any reasonable extent. So
Like,
Jay,
Oscar,
no, go ahead. What do you say?
I'm gonna say, Oscar, you already think I'm standoffish, and you went and told Peyton that I'm standoffish. So like
He
that's
told me
Peyton
to.
hasn't even met me. Peyton hasn't even met me. Yeah, exactly. He told everyone.
Assuming that you overheard that conversation, which you were standing silently towards the bow
Well-
of the ship, so you probably did, but
I didn't. Even if I didn't know, that means like I don't know. Everyone has this opinion of me already.
but it's the way that your character's trying to come off right now.
True.
Jay, for context, because I think you got a beer at the same time I did. Shahid is trying to size up the old man. You walked up to him. He rolled a perception check. You can see in the chat he got an 11.
Not bad.
Shahid walks a little close, not too close, about 5 to 10 feet away from the old man, and tries to take a good look at him to get a gauge of the power that he currently holds at this moment in time. Walking up to him, you don't feel any overwhelming fear. You don't feel a sense of power or fearsomeness within him, especially because right now he is sort of just ignoring everybody, trying to get his own, lay of the ship, getting accustomed to the people that he's going to be on this boat ride with. But looking at him, while he doesn't set off any alarm bells in your head, you can very much tell that there's a deep potential within him, and untold years of experience and adventures that he's been on and gone through.
So now I can just approach him to talk, correct?
Absolutely.
All right. So, hey, old man.
What's going on?
I sense there's
young
something different
whippersnapper?
about you.
Yeah? Why is that?
I sense. Call it intuition. However, I want to know why you're coming to this island.
You see, some people like to travel in packs, and I lost my pack. And I'm on this adventure to try to find them. Hopefully this island is where I can find my long-lost friends from many, many moons ago.
Of course.
Curious to know,
Regardless.
what is your reason to be here?
I seek my own path. A path where I can attain the power to avenge those I've lost. Nothing more, nothing less.
A rare, direct, and honest answer from Shahid to the old man.
Being a little mysterious, who are these people that I've lost and what happened to them?
Bank sale, bank sale.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
That movie are so bad, man. I didn't know if I was supposed to wait and react to that.
No, that was
or
funny.
if
That made me giggle.
it was just RuneScape. Like, I actually just don't know.
I don't know how to interact with that.
I'm sure Bank Sale is really funny, but
All right. The people I lost, their names no longer matter. Only my end goal of strength and power.
Hmm.
Power hum.
With that, I walk away from the old man.
I like that. All right. Let's see. He's over there. Rat Burgess. Can you do something for me?
Yeah.
Can you roll perception for me?
What's going on, man?
Besides trimming the dragon armor, we don't need that. You hear a 10. You think that you hear something a little faint, relatively close to you, but you pay it no extra mind. Dwaco, can you roll perception for me?
Sure.
You don't hear shit.
Dwaco, you're at the bow of the ship. The only thing that you can really notice is the sound of the wind blowing and the ocean. I was gonna say clapping. The ocean.
Hearing it like clap from lay back.
And the ocean rushing underneath the front of the boat. Old man, can you roll perception for me?
Well, it really wants us to see the Kraken. That's not a.
Imagine.
Starts
No.
playing
Or
This
Sea
can
is
we-
Thieves.
this is called
Okay.
Shipwreck Isle.
I know we won't be about to
Yeah,
Zach,
shit.
you don't, Zach, you don't
Why-
see shit.
Old man really needs some hearing aid. Man.
In your old age,
What we
you
weren't
have a
told.
difficult time really hearing anything at all. But especially given that the wind is bothering you right now, it is especially difficult to hear the quiet rustling that is in
Wise
some of
old
those.
man's eyes are closed. He doesn't
They're a
see
little
shit.
they're a little close. It is
Hey,
especially
the only-
difficult. Go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say the only thing that I noticed in my perception check is that I forgot to note to everybody. I noticed the ship is called the Titanic.
Is it? I was gonna say.
No way, dog. Where is
No,
that?
I didn't actually see that, but that'd be funny though.
Oh,
Let's see. All right, that's super funny. So, from the very start, you guys have noticed a very faint scent of blood and a noticeable emptiness on the boat, almost as though only the single crew member who waved you on to get you started on your journey to Stormwreck Isle had survived. All of you notice it, but none of you quite question it because you feel confident in your ability to deal with any potential threat or individual that could be wishing you guys harm. What you all fail to notice is the sounds of rustling and scampering within all of those barrels that are on each little portion of the boat over there. So what we're going to do now is that because I position these a little poorly compared to wherever you guys
We're
are.
rolling initiative already?
Precisely. You guys are going to go ahead and roll for initiative, and I'm going to pretend like I know how the turn order works. So one by one, you should see these kobolds beginning to appear on your map. Again, because I positioned them poorly. But so everybody's going to go ahead and roll for initiative.
So how do I do that? What
In
Click
your
it,
character,
click it.
you see initiative and as a big red button in the middle
Oh,
top.
there it is.
yeah.
Click that.
You click that.
Good rolls. Or
Yeah, wow. If only you guys did that for your fucking
Hey.
perception checks.
Yo, he might not have been attacked by
Yeah.
fucking rats or whatever.
So for additional context, and for future encounters too, the way that this normally works is that none of you guys... Kobolds are very small, and they have a pretty high dexterity score, so it's difficult to notice them. You have to roll pretty high to be able to see them. But in the future, in encounters like this, what I'll probably end up doing is that you guys all, just like in Baldur's Gate 3, because they will surprise attack you, you will miss your first turn. They will be able to act before you will because you are not beginning the combat.
Unless you have the alert feat.
Unless you have the alert feat, but I don't think any of you have feats yet, so we don't have to worry about that. But as you can see, there are currently.
I mean, I have 2 feet.
You have 2.
They're attached to the bottom of my legs.
You're a sword
Right.
guy, and I hope you're happy. You can see
Turn
5
order.
kobolds on the map. You guys can choose to approach the situation however you wish. But I have the turn order here.
The amount that we
Who's
can
moving
do.
first? Let's see. Waco Peppercorn is going to be moving first. So I have
Okay.
the kobold character sheet, and then I have your character sheet popped up as well.
Do you
All right,
see
before I
turn
don't
order?
like
I
go
don't
into
see Wop's
anything,
roll.
like what do I? Can I like? We already rolled for initiative. Like, can I attack? Like, I don't understand. Like, obviously, there's one hex away.
Of
And
course.
since I have the initiative,
You're first.
I can just blow it back.
You can blow
So-
it back. Well, so what you'll have to do when you
You're good.
cast your... Oh, you're a monk. When you go to roll your attack, you are going to roll a die, basically, to figure out if you will hit it or not. So, on my end here, I can see that the kobold's armor class, basically. So what you are going to do is, knowing your character, in this in the sidebar to the left, or if you want to do it in the chat too, you are going to click that little dice sidebar, click advanced roller, and then because you are doing unarmed combat, I actually believe you have a dex bonus as well. But if you hit that advanced roller thing, you're going to roll 1d20, and then you're going to add your dexterity bonus to it. So run
Okay.
d20, and then you're going to add 2. You can ignore this,
Where
but
do I find my My apologies for the holdup.
no, you're good. This is why I wanted to do this part today. I
Is
made all
my
this shit
bonus
up.
whatever
you know.
the plus is next to like?
Whatever the plus is, yes, sir. So, for example, I typed in the chat, roll d20 plus 2. I rolled the 20 because I'm the goat, but you're going to do that
So
first,
is
and
that
that'll
what
determine...
is over the ability or the save? I'm assuming it's the ability, right?
This is you attempting to hit the kobold.
Yes, but for like, you said this is for a dexterity check.
It is
So
only
am I-
dexterity because that is the
I know,
stat
but like,
that you use.
so I'm looking at my character sheet, and there's a dexterity ability and dexterity save. I have like a +2 or a +4. Which one would I pick?
You're going to pick the
+2
plus
is
2,
the
yes.
ability, right? Okay.
Yes.
That's all
What
I
the
wanted to
save
confirm.
is, that is a saving throw. So say one of them tries to cast a spell on you to make you fart or something. You're
Right.
going to use the saving throw roll that you have there to see if you get
Mm-hmm.
actually hit by the effects of that spell or not. Oh wait, you didn't play BG with us. Never mind. But you can also just click your ability score too, and it'll roll it for you. But
Oh.
yeah, I might be doing this part of
That's
it wrong.
clever.
But I can see that
That's
you
fair.
rolled a
16.
16.
Hold on, team. We can do, depending on what attack you want to use, you can click it, and then it'll automatically roll it for you and put in the.
Yes.
Okay, wait. Here's one other thing. Can I say something? I am not in the turn order. Am I crazy?
Yeah, I don't
Did
see
you
you
click
either.
roll?
You got a 19.
Or did you click initiative?
Yeah. It says got 19.
Yeah.
Interesting.
BBL.
Look at it
I'll just keep it in mind. It's good. So you're gonna go ahead and go after Pepper, if that's chill
Okay,
with you.
cool.
I don't know why
Yes,
I did that. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Okay.
So 16 seems pretty high. So
Yes, 16 is good. You are in fact going to hit the kobold with whichever attack that you used. So on the, like for example, are you going to unarmed strike him, or are you going to use your breath weapon?
I will unarmed strike him because I'm a monk.
So all right. So there is going
Do
to
I
be-
hit that as well then?
You're just going to click the attacking button, the damage thing. You're going to click that.
Okay.
Perfect. So you have done 4 damage to the kobold that is closest to you. Is that correct?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to switch his HP. So you should... Yeah, okay. It updated for me. You guys can't see it yet. That is intended. But for now that you have used your action... You can absolutely do sound effects if you
Absolutely.
want. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm actually.
Awesome.
definitely.
Yeah.
So now that you
I'm
have
absolutely-
hit him, you have used your action for the turn, so you are free to move or move up to, let me see, what is it? 30 feet. You can see that speed thing that it has on your thing on your sheet to the right. That is how many feet you can move. If you're curious as to how long that is, you can measure it out using the measure tool on the right side. So hypothetically, you would be able to move over like right here if you felt like it, but you would not be able to get up the stairs.
I'm gonna
One thing to keep in mind, team, whenever you pass an enemy, they will have the chance to attack you using opportunity. It's not like you can just walk past a group of constants.
Heard.
Correct, Among Us, yes.
Unless you use
I
a
launched
specific
my attack
ability.
and I scampered away.
You scamper away. All right, let me see how far away.
Moved like 10 feet.
Then you may be taking an attack of opportunity. Trying to pass
Neato. Do. We won't do it this time because it would be cruel, but hypothetically, in the future, what I would do, because you did run past him, like Oscar said, is that he would get the chance to attack you and he would roll it with advantage.
Interesting.
So what I would do in that spot is that, and I'll hide these in a second, but I would, oh wait, you can't even see them, only me. I would roll twice, and then whichever one hits you is the one that I would make do damage to you. So for example, rolling this kobold's thing, again, you guys can't see, but I can. I rolled a 14 and a 15 to hit. Both of those would hit you, so you would take the higher one, which means that you would have taken 6 damage from that. But
damn.
yes, so be
if
very
and when
careful.
you pass around it. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I was gonna say I can see
So
from.
I mean, here's a question. Obviously, what would I do? Why would you not move?
You don't have to move.
You don't have to.
I know, but do I just not get attacked if I don't move? Because obviously, I would have just stuck around. I was just doing that for the story.
Think of the what Oscar and I are talking about, the attack of opportunity. Think of it as you are moving away from them with your back turned, and while your back is turned, they try and hit you with some shit, basically.
Gotcha.
Each attack or spell
I
that
just
somebody will
assumed
cast,
because I rolled such a high number that I was like, oh, I'm well prepared for this. I push him back and I create enough space to move away.
Nope.
Yeah,
The
that would
only
be an
thing that
ability.
yes,
That's
that
an
would
actual-
be that would have to be a part of an ability that you
Gotcha.
use instead of a basic attack. Yeah.
So,
Understood.
one way to get around this, if they are, you can just path like around them. So with the assumption that they're holding like a melee weapon, just going like one tile around them would make it can't attack you, unless like they have a long reach thing. For
Gotcha.
whatever
Because
reason.
I had intended just to be like, all right, I just don't want to be on this very front of the ship anymore. It's not a great position. I just moved it over here just because there wasn't a specific rhyme or reason.
Sure.
I want to still be facing
Can you
the
fly,
monster
though?
I just fought.
Do you possess the ability to fly? Or no?
Well, that's something that is busted in some cases, so we haven't really fleshed out that ability, and I don't want to like.
I mean, fly
fuck
is an
the
actual
story.
thing in the game, though. That's why I didn't.
It's so
Ulan-
interesting that you guys are able
enough.
to that I'm able to see all the GM rolls from here.
Hey,
but
to
it's
answer your
okay.
question, yes, like just hang out there. There's no reason you wouldn't, or there's nothing like penalizing you for just standing still after.
Yeah, nothing at
okay.
all.
Okay.
Running away is dangerous, but
Okay.
next in the turn order, even though it's not showing there, is going to be our friend Shahid Caleb. So Shahid, what would you like to do? And let me know who you were targeting as well.
I am going to move up. I'm going to sense that something's gonna ride on the ship. I'm gonna move up to this ledge right here.
Shahid hears a bit of a commotion towards the front of the ship and decides to move that way. You have about 20 more feet you can move if you want to get even closer, but up to you.
And then, I'm going to Eldritch Blast. This kobold in the middle. Is that
So if you
do
also
that?
want to, you can right click on wherever you want to cast anything or get people to look at, and then you can hit the ping everyone button, and that will ping the specific one. So you want to shoot this guy, right? That I just pinged.
in the
Wait,
middle?
Perfect.
Yeah,
are you not LeBron? The LeBron
I'm
icon?
LeBron.
He
I'm
is
LeBron
LeBron.
James.
Kat, thank you for keeping me tab despite not knowing what the words mean. I do appreciate that.
Hold on, let me see. Hold on. I guess I have to look at this. Right? 'Cause
So yeah, so your Eldritch Blast is a range of 120 feet. So like you
Oh, yeah.
basically are able to cover the entire ship without problem with it as long as you can see them.
Yeah. So that's what I want to do.
So
Eldritch Blast. And that's what I rolled. 8. Just
That's
terrible.
what you rolled. Let me see what that is as well.
Oh, and by the way, team, when it comes to like hit chance, so our initial roll that we do is if your roll either meets or exceeds the enemy's armor class, you hit. If it's below, you completely miss. If
Completely
you hit,
miss.
then
Wait, what?
you roll your damage dice and you do that amount of. So rolling a 19 initially or a 13, if they both hit, it doesn't really matter. The only
Yeah.
thing that matters is like how much damage.
So
Mhm.
before it gets
So
around to
for-
my turn, I have a-
So for example, Mr. Wow. So
I
when
knew.
you rolled that first die, that hit / DC die, you got an 8 total. That is less than the armor class of each kobold. So Shade attempts to use Eldritch Blast, but he actually misses and hits the floor of the ship beside the kobold that he was targeting. Is there any more distance you'd like to move, or any things that you'd like to look at or try and notice
No.
while you're standing there?
I look at
All right.
my hand. I look at the blast come out of my hand and curse as I realize I've missed. Something's wrong with me. And then
You're off today.
Man's
All right.
off his game.
LeBron in game 1.
Next up, Rat Burgess the Paladin. What are you fucking with? Let me know what you're
I'm
gonna do.
Fuck with this guy right here. I'm gonna beat his ass.
Oh yeah.
You are that individual. You are 5 feet away from him. We'll say, round it up. The grid, I didn't perfectly align it for this, but it's fine.
So what do I?
All right. So you're gonna try and beat his ass. So what you're gonna do first is that you have. I see you have 2 weapons right there. You're gonna roll the thing that says hit / DC first, and then I'm gonna take a look at that roll, and I'll let you know if you hit him or not.
So that was actually going to be my question. Am I allowed to go ahead and equip stuff right now, or because we got into the fight and I didn't have anything equipped, do I have to go into this unequipped?
In the future, the rules technically would be that you have to equip your shit first, or like when combat starts, like it say it. But the way that you're saying that speaks to me that you don't have anything equipped currently.
I mean, I do now because I put it on during what's it called? Whoever went first, or I guess
You got your great axe ready to go.
yeah. Put
Tight.
that shit
All right.
on. I got that.
So
shit
what?
on.
So what you're gonna do? The first thing you're gonna do is hit that thing that says hit / DC. You hit that
Yeah.
first before you hit damage. Don't hit damage yet. So you rolled a 9. That is less than the armor class of the kobolds. So you as well take a giant swing with your great axe in an attempt to decapitate the kobold, but it manages to barely dodge out of the way and not take any serious damage.
Oh no.
Or any damage.
Oof. Well, maybe he shaved off a hair or two. You know.
What do you say, Jay, to that?
Fucking lizard.
Disgusting black creature.
Come on, Shadow the fucking Hedgehog. All right. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Mr. Rat?
No, I have a suspicion if I move, I'm gonna get opportunity attacked by a fucking lizard. So
Well,
I think I'll
it looks like
sit,
you have
Good
on a
chance.
leg.
Good chance.
I might just sit where I'm at. I can tank
All right.
that shit.
You can. All right. So what is going to happen next is that. Let's see. What order did I roll that in? First. All right. So what is going to happen next is that it is actually not Willie's turn yet. It only shows 1 kobold, but I rolled initiative for 5 kobolds, which is interesting. And one of them rolled a 15, so he is ahead of Rat Burgess and everyone else as well. I'm sorry, he's behind Rat Burgess, but ahead of Omam. So what this kobold here is going to do is that he's going to find the closest individual to him and try and take a stab at him with a dagger. So what's going to happen is that he is going to move about 10 feet up this way, so he's close to the old man. And then what we're going to do is just that. Sorry, working it out in the brain real quick. I think this just rolls damage, maybe. Oh, nope. Okay. So he walks up to the wise old man, and I can see my roll from this end, but you guys are not able to see it from your end. And he is going to slash at the wise old man with the dagger. So, what I'm going to do now is that, let's see, this is going to be your health, and then this is going to be your AC. I knew that he hit you. So, So if you guys, I don't know if, are you able to click on Zach's token or not?
I'm not.
No, I
You're
can't
not?
click on
Okay.
anyone else's.
So I can see, that's fine. That's probably intended. But, so, basically, the kobold is going to go ahead and hit you for 3 damage, Zach. So do you have your character sheet pulled up?
I do now.
Oh, actually, you do now. All right. So you're going to go ahead and... It's very interesting. So there should be a button top right where it says hit points. There's one that says damage. You can either hit it 3 times or you can type 3 in that box and then hit damage.
It already says 5 out of 8 for me.
Perfect. Okay. I did it. I didn't know if it would carry over or not, but perfect. All right. So you have 5 out of 8.
That's pretty cool.
He's a wizard. Level 1 wizard. It's not tanky, you know. So let's see. That kobold's turn is over.
Uh-oh.
And then, let's see. In case of a tie, the defender wins. So, oh man, it's going to be your turn.
Epic. Woodley's gonna run up right alongside the kobold.
Oops. Wrong tool.
Here.
Oh, beautiful. You're right on his ass.
Right on his ass. I'm gonna whip out my fucking dagger, and I'm gonna do a bit of slice, to say the least.
Special attack?
So you rolled a 1.
Slice.
It literally says
What's the penalty for a critical fail? Surely I don't hit myself.
You're gonna be mad at me. So, as you guys know from all of your reactions, it seems, is that when you roll a 1, something bad happens to you. You've royally fucked up whatever you were attempting to do. In some cases, like if you were rolling perception, like just now, if one of you rolled a 1 while we were looking for the kobolds, I would be like, oh, yeah, you just didn't see shit. Like, you're stupid, you didn't notice anything, nothing happens, basically. In combat specifically, especially if those of you who are using weapons, if you fucking roll a 1, you're gonna take a little bit of damage most of the time. You're gonna damage somebody near you. Fortunately, Willie in this instance is not close enough for the dagger that slipped out of his hand while he was attempting to slash at that kobold. Nobody was close enough to take any damage from it, but he is going to drop it after his swing and hit himself in the leg with it for 3 damage.
You stabbed yourself.
I'll be more creative next time, but I didn't think that would happen this early. If I'm being honest with you,
I think if that happens on my turn when I'm using the great axe, I have to like literally amputate my own leg by accident. Like, I gotta somehow swing a great axe so hard I cut off my own leg.
So the next gamer in the turn, or well, I'm sorry. Oh man, you want to do anything else with the remainder of your turn?
Crying.
Cry?
No.
Do that if you want.
No.
You really want to start crying?
All right. So next we're gonna move on to
the acting, not gonna actually cry.
we're moving on. Willie Buddycock sheds a tear after he hits his leg with the dagger. I mean, he stabbed himself. It's gotta hurt, right?
Poor guy.
So next to move is gonna be this kobold right here because I rolled 114 for initiative. So what he's gonna do is that Willie's already super close to him. So the kobold is just going to try and smack at him with his dagger again. So, let's see, what's your AC? So he does
13.
hit you. You're gonna go ahead and take 5 damage from that.
Oh,
5 damage?
5 damage, yeah.
With
You got
a
high rolled,
dagger?
brother. You got high rolled, brother. I don't know what to tell you.
Rocks about the time.
I'm at 2
Willie
HP, man.
Osk got 2 HP. You all take a look over at Willie after he exclaims after stabbing himself in the leg by accident and then getting immediately slashed by a kobold after. You hear Willie shout, "Ow!" And you can see that he's bleeding profusely from 2 wounds that are on his leg and one of his arms, respectively.
All because I missed.
All because you missed. You probably would have killed him.
I would
You would have killed him immediately, I think, if you didn't miss, actually. But so next in the turn order, it doesn't display it actually, but I think we've moved through everyone, right? There's Pepper, there's
I have
Brat,
not.
there's Willie, there's the
Yeah,
old
yeah.
man,
I
and then we
haven't
moved
gone.
through Wop, who's not showing. Okay. I hate to give you a little spoiler, Zach, but you rolled the lowest by far.
I know.
So
I see it.
so now what we're gonna do is there's 4
Oh,
rolls
yeah.
that you can't see for the
Yes.
other kobolds too, which is funny. But so next we're gonna rock with this kobold right here. He's also going to run
up
over
here.
to the old man because he's the closest. And I hope that he rolls. Let's see. I hope that he rolls less than a 5. That would be awkward. Or just misses you altogether.
We'll take
So
it.
there you go. Yeah. So, are you guys able to see the roll or no?
No, I can't see.
No.
Okay, perfect. That's fine. So, in this instance, the kobold rolled a 10 to try and slash the old man with the dagger. Fortunately, the old man's armor class is 12. So, that means a 10 does not hit him. So, the kobold takes a slash at the old man with his dagger, but having seen him out of the corner of his eye, the old man slyly shifts slightly to the right to narrowly avoid the attack that the kobold threw at him.
That's pretty badass. Man.
It was pretty badass of the old man. He's kind of eating
Drunk
today.
I got quicker
screaming
feet than you
like
thought.
You're about to die.
He's got quicker feet than we thought. So next is going to be this kobold right here. So he's going to move a little closer to our boy Rat. And then let me pull up your character sheet as well.
Sit,
real
Rat.
Quick. Cool. I have a good feeling about this attack. Oh, no I don't. Never mind.
Can't wait to see
So-
the wise old man use Ceridome and strike.
The in this instance, I rolled a 17 for the kobold, and Jay has an armor class of 16. Can I ping that? Does it work?
Golly.
I'm
No,
gonna
that's-
kill myself.
He's an
That's-
armor class of 16.
Bad luck.
So, the kobold will hit Jay. The kobold takes a quick slice at one of the exposed parts of Rat Burgess's skin and is able to nick him pretty good on one of his legs. So you're gonna go ahead and take 3 damage, Jay. Are you comfortable with reflecting that yourself?
I am killing myself right now with
All
a
right.
gun.
There you go.
The gun.
But and then if I don't
What-
see you make the
so
change,
what do I do? Do I just
you got your
where it
character
says-
sheet open?
Yeah, where it says temp, do I just change it to 9?
No.
No,
So
current.
in that box, there's going to be 2 boxes that say damage heal and then a number in between them.
Oh, okay.
Change the number to 3 and then hit the damage button, or just hit it 2 more times because you didn't change it and you hit damage already. Basically, what you're going to do, and I'll
God.
use it as an example, and I will also let's see because I actually can look at.
So just a note for everybody else. I don't know if everybody else is as glitchy as mine is. You definitely want to change the number before you do that because I hit it. I had to click it about 7 times to get it to actually reflect 3 damage taken.
7 times is a little crazy. I don't know why it was that many times, but
Like,
still, I accidentally one more character sheet. Okay, there you go.
Okay. Yes, I'm now down to
So,
9 HP.
That
I'm gonna
kobold
shoot
went and
myself in the head
attacked
with a gun.
our boy Rat. Nicked him, injured him a little bit. It's not dire or anything. He can definitely still fight. But
Rat.
last but not least is going to be this little kobold right here that I'm going to ping for you. And he is pretty close to our boy Dwago Peppercorn, right? Within 5 feet. So I'm going to go ahead and roll. Oh, I think that's bad for you.
Oh, that's bad for me.
It's really not a critical stat.
Bro, hit a max hit.
It's not. Sorry. 1 second. I'm reading into this little bar. No, it was not a crit. You got lucky, Pepper. It was not a crit. But you are going to definitely take 5 damage.
Damn, that goes half my shit.
There goes half your
Yeah.
shit.
We're
So
gonna-
Surely you don't wipe
The
on the
kobold-
first encounter.
Oh,
I was
no,
actually
you-
just gonna say, how funny would it be if we wiped on the first fucking encounter with these tiny ass little kobolds?
we do shipwrecks.
that would be
so maybe we
fucking
will.
crazy. These I'm gonna
could
let you
save
guys
us.
know a little third wall or fourth wall spoiler. These individuals do not have a lot of health, so all you have to really do is hit them. Pepper low rolled his hit, unfortunately, so the one that he smacked is alive still, but the rest of them still have full health because you guys missed them.
To be quite honest, I fumbled mine too because I didn't realize that I had the option to actually do a martial arts attack instead of an unarmed strike. Didn't realize there was a difference there because for whatever reason that effect was automatically turned off. So
Well, there you go.
I
I
know.
learned
And
something
now-
new.
We know, and now we've learned.
Indeed.
So let's see. That is the last kobold. So fortunately
Old
for
man's
us,
turn?
it is now the time
The
for the
old
old
man.
man to see what he's got going on. Let me view your stuff real quick.
Old man's in
Yep.
quite a pickle here.
All right. I'm sure you got your character sheet up.
Yeah.
Zulu, what would you like to do
Old
today?
man's tickling his pickle.
I feel like I should probably try to evade the situation. Yeah. Thinking
Probably try to what? I'm sorry.
get away from this situation a little bit. Maybe get to the other side of the ship
back.
here.
So,
But we
if you
discussed this
maneuver-
earlier with my turn.
if you maneuver to that side of the ship, and
They
I'll
both
show
hit
you
me?
here. Yeah, you are within 5 feet of both of them, so they will both be able to take a swing at you. And if you feel like you can tank that,
I
then
can't.
go for it. But you do have 5 HP, and you almost certainly will die because they get to
Yeah.
roll
They
hit
roll
dice
advantage
twice.
every time.
Which
Yes,
one?
they
Which
roll
one of them?
advantage.
Which one of them comes up next? Am I able to know that?
The it would be the one immediately to your left.
All right. Well,
So
go
Zach-
back.
But don't ask that question again because I'm not going to answer it.
Okay.
Zach, there is a couple options that you can do. You can say that you want to disengage. It uses up
Mhm.
your action. So you can run away without taking an attack of opportunity, but you won't be able to attack because you don't have.
So
it's
I
like you want to
could,
spend your turn running,
but I
or
wouldn't
do you
take
want
damage.
to attack?
Yes.
Not like the wise old man to back down from a fight.
Yes, fucking
Nice.
sir.
To go.
All right. So if I want to use an attack here, I want to use my firebolt.
Go ahead and, if you
Okay,
don't
click it.
mind, whichever kobolds you wish to attack, if you could right-click on them and ping them for me.
Pink.
Perfect. All right.
Just
So you
hit
got your
the
attack,
hit
so you're-
slash DC.
So not even. If you have your sheet open, you should see a thing that says hit /DC plus 5
5.
attack,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
can
that's what I
click
meant.
that plus 5 attack thing.
Come on. 15 is
Roll
a
a
hit, I'm
15.
sure.
You are, in fact, going to hit that kobold to your
Oh,
left. So you can go ahead and hit
That
that
neighbor did,
damage
Your
button to
Honor.
the right.
How much damage are we doing? What is a fireball? Is it a 1d6?
Did I not hit it?
This was a 1d10.
Did I not hit it?
No, Zach.
Back on the main screen.
If you want
Uh,
to, on
In
the bottom of
chat
that
box?
roll was the thing. Oh, there you
There
go.
it goes.
We'll take the first one because 2 of them are more than enough. So you're gonna go ahead and hit this kobold over here for 9 damage.
Bam.
And as you hit the kobold with the firebolt, you can see that its fur ignites up into flames. You hear a shrill scream, and it eventually stops after 2 to 3 seconds. So
That bitch dead.
this individual is
Oh,
dead
that
now.
was roasted.
Good
That
freaking shit.
individual dead, Your
I don't know.
Honor.
Old man roasted him. Oh,
And then-
Experience helped him in this battle.
It helped him.
That's what I call dinner.
So,
He
They
is
bury the
uh,
bones for
chat.
prayer XP.
impressed.
So
Got my
Zulu,
bone
now
crusher on
that you have used your attack, you are still able to move somewhere else or try and, like perceive something or draw up some sort of memory that you might have about kobolds and what they're strong against or what they're weak to. But if you also would like to do nothing,
What does that
that's
fit-
fine
What
too.
does that
We
thing
know-
look like? Is it like a little
What's that
lizard
thing
guy?
look like? Give me a second, actually. I think I
I
have
Like
thought
a
the-
kobolds
little
were
lizard?
more like wolf-like.
The little icon looks like a lizard.
Yeah, the icon makes it look like a dragon.
So you should have a pop-up. This is what the kobold
Ah.
looks like.
Oh, there you go.
Weird.
So I
That looks
mentioned
like
fur,
dragon.
but I lied. I'm thinking of World of Warcraft kobolds.
Calling that a dragon?
They're very furry. Maybe a dragon descendant. Who's to say?
I was
old
maybe
thinking
we
man.
could, like,
kobolds in the sense
athletic-
of all the isekais I've read and watched.
Maybe we can get a little athletics check going here, and we could just yeet them in the water, and that'll, and kill them.
I
That
mean,
is a
not to
grapple.
not to break the fourth wall. That is absolutely something that you could try to do on your turn.
Well,
So
I
can you
won't
attack
because I want to
and
kill them with
do
an axe.
other stuff? Like, what else can you do?
So your attack used up your action that you
Right.
get for the turn,
Right.
which means that you aren't able to use another attack or anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes you will see a spell or something that you can do that gives you a bonus action or that uses a bonus action. But in your specific instance, especially being level 1, I'm looking at your sheet. I don't believe that there is anything else that you were able to do.
If you want to do anything like physical, it's like let the DM know, hey, I want to climb this fucking tree,
Yeah.
or like I want to grab this guy and throw him off. What do I need? Or just like I want to just lay on this. I'm so much big. This is a rat. I want to sit on this rat as my attack.
That rat.
And you do want to try and play to what your character's strengths are. So, like, for example, like looking at, I think you'll be able to see this roll if I click it. But like, yeah. So maybe you
0.
can't. Yeah, that is interesting. So I, for example, did a strength check for the wise old man, right?
Ain't got no
Wise
strength.
old man is not a strong guy.
He's a
He is a
weak guy.
wizard. He's also an untold amount of years old. So he is naturally not very good at picking something up and throwing it a very long distance. He's more of a casting spells kind of guy. I also rolled a 1, which is
Shadow
really
Wizard
funny.
Money Gang.
But it's Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells.
Right.
So in this instance, Zach's character is pretty shit at throwing stuff and doing things that are sports related. So
That's odd.
Typically, yeah, or it's just the inverse of real life. But so he would not usually want to do a strength check or something. But if he has nothing else that he would like to do, we can go back to the top of the turn order.
Well, the wise old man
Dwaco
does recall that
go ahead.
these are dragon-looking fellas, and he is on a Slayer task to kill red dragons.
15% extra damage, baby.
He wishes he would have brought his Slayer home, but it seems that he has forgotten.
At least he'll get some Slayer XP.
And
Dwaco's
Yeah.
the wise old man is now.
Dwaco is
upset.
watching the old man from a distance reminisce about times long forgotten.
Wise old man.
maybe in a completely different graphical element as well.
Yeah, I look on. I can appreciate that he was able to get the best of his foe better than I, and I have now gathered myself in a serious fashion, and I'm ready to launch my proper martial arts attack.
Uh-oh.
So this is when I'll do pretty much the same thing over again, like dexterity into my attack, right? Is that how this works?
Not
your
even
attack.
because you can click
I can just-
Yeah, it
My
says
stupid
slash
ass.
DC next to the attack you're gonna use. You just click where it says like plus however much attack.
+4 attack, on the hit DC thing. So you can click that and it'll show it at the bottom.
The hit DC thing. I'm just looking at my
Yeah,
character
right.
sheet.
Middle of the screen under the tab says combat. Right underneath it has the options where you have like unarmed strike. And
Yeah.
if you have the
And I
other
just
one,
hit. Oh, I hit DC. Okay, I did that.
17 to
there you
hit.
go.
Hey!
17,
There you go.
solid. Go ahead and roll your
Defend.
damage, OG.
Another 4. Awesome.
Well, that's
For
perfectly
1d6
fine because
plus 2, that is
And obviously,
4.
I'm hitting this guy.
You punch
so
Zed
you
off.
strike out with your fist at that kobold that's directly in front of you, and finally, just as you were aiming for last time, you hear a snap as its neck juts to the side after bearing the full weight of your strike, and then he said, "Arigato gozaimasu," is what he said, and that kobold is now dead, and you should no longer be able to see his token.
Correct.
Which is good.
DED dead.
And Pepper.
guided dead.
All things considered, you've now beat the fuck out of the enemy closest to you. So again, if you would like to completely
Rest of
reposition
my
yourself,
foe.
feel free.
I'm going to. Who's next to me?
That would
Jay.
be
It'll be
me
your boy. You see Rat Burgess.
that would be
standing
Rat
10 feet
Burgess.
away from you.
with great
Legend
axe in
himself.
hand, cock flapping in the wind.
Cock flapping in the wind.
Well,
Rat.
Given my soldier nature, I go to
Rat.
partake in the battle with this gentleman, so I also approach the next
guy.
kobold, and I will wait on the next turn, and in my turn there.
All right. Whoppy, it's actually gonna be you next. I forgot that you did not appear there. It's gonna be you. What would you like to do, Shade?
I would like to walk up to this side of the boat, stop by near the cannon.
Yep. All right. Going there is fine. That is the maximum amount of distance you were able to move, though. So keep that in mind for this turn.
Right here. I ready up another Eldritch Blast in my hand, and I tell myself I need to focus.
Focus on
And I,
shade.
Lock the fuck in.
and I attack the kobold, or is that what they're called?
Yeah,
Kobold.
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 Right,
Fighting,
go ahead and roll that hit die, brother.
Gonna do.
17.
17.
To hit.
That's gonna be a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage as well.
We will
You
take
will.
a 17.
You will fucking. Wow, that's crazy.
I didn't do it.
Oh,
I didn't kill it.
So-
Oscar moved the first time, and I don't think I killed it.
You did cook, and you hit the one that's right next to your boy Willie. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Bert. All right. So, as you tell yourself to lock the fuck in for the first time in a long time, as one of your cohorts is in danger, you summon up the eldritch energy from within your gut, channel it through your hands, and you're finally able to land a blast right on the dome of that kobold. You see the kobold that you hit with your eldritch blast launch over the side of the railing right there, and bonk his head into that railing right there. And all of a sudden, you don't see him move anymore. Brody's dead. He's in the fucking dirt. So you are out of movement speed. You've successfully done your attack roll, so I don't think there's anything else that you can do. But if you would like to try and, like perceive something or something, go right ahead. Use one of your skills. Or if you want to end your turn, that's fine too.
No, I'll end my turn.
All right. Let's see. You hit that guy. So next up, we're gonna skip that one kobold. Next up is gonna be our boy O-Man.
What?
Willie.
Sorry, Willie. It's gonna be Willie Bodycock next up, actually.
I thought it was me.
Nope. Oh
I
wait,
see-
no, I can't count. You're right.
see
It
Rat
is
on
you.
mine.
I'm so sorry. I'm bad at
Crazy
counting. It
that
is.
you just
It is
tried
our
to
boy
skip me.
Rat.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack that bitch right there.
Well, the thing is I don't care about GP, so I just didn't want to hear about it again.
All right, well, fuck you then. Anyways,
sorry.
here we go. Oh god, that's not enough, is it?
No, it is.
So, Rat readies his great axe and takes another enormous swing at the kobold directly in front of him, who notices him out of the corner of his eye and is able to just barely dodge another swing of that great axe.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Rat exclaims as he tries to pull his great axe out of the floor of the boat.
Oh no. All right, is that it?
Anything else, Rat?
I don't know.
Feels
I
mean.
just,
Feels
I just,
mean calling you that.
I just swung a big ass axe at the thing. Can I like intimidation check it so it doesn't attack me next turn? I don't know if that's a thing or
All
not.
right, so click.
I
I don't know if this is a built-in way to roll.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a built-in way to roll disadvantage, but I'm gonna make you roll it with disadvantage. So click that intimidation thing twice on the side.
Oh,
damn.
You okay?
Banked it.
So the 9 is the 9 gonna be a failure? I don't even know how this shit works. I'm not gonna lie to you.
oh, I saw the second one.
Let's see. Intimidation is charisma. So the 9. No, you bank it either way. Even if
Sick.
so, you take the lower roll. You bank it either way. You notice that kobold gets a little bit scared after barely dodging that swing of your great axe. So what he's gonna do is that he's gonna go ahead and try and retreat back into this corner right here, near that cannon.
Yeah.
He's trying
Pussy
to escape
boy.
He's trying to escape Sea of Thieves style.
He's just jumping up the. Well, they got the ladder on the side.
No,
If he
I
talks
think
to the
he's just-
mermaid, it takes him back to his home base.
I'm thinking he's just trying to shoot himself out of the cannon. Man.
Oh, sometimes I want to do that.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and end our boy Rat's turn. Next is going to be our good friend Willie Bodycock.
Willie Bodycon. Knowing that Willie's gonna do something a little silly,
Oh, okay.
Really seems like a silly guy.
I am going to vicious mockery on the cobalt to the north of
To the north of you. All right. Let me just see if I remember how to do this. What is it? A wisdom save?
wisdom save DC 13. I do have a something I want to say as well as I cast.
All right. I have done my wisdom roll. Does it roll it twice automatically? Why does it do that? That's so weird.
As I'm casting vicious mockery on the cobalt.
Well, I have. Well, go ahead and say your line. Go ahead and say your line.
You're the reason baby gnomes cry.
Is that all? Are we good?
Something like that.
I have no
Ooh.
pathetic cards, Kaiba.
So the kobold does not understand English, unfortunately, and Willie's words have no effect on the kobold in question.
Vicious mockery?
Yes.
Oh, you failed it?
Unless I'm doing this wrong, I might be doing it wrong actually. Let me see. Wisdom save DC 13. The kobold rolled a 17 and a 13. I'm taking the lowest number to be charitable, but I don't know how that works. Oh, but do you know how that works off the dome? Does he save? Big, do you know how that works off the dome? Does he save there?
Is that booked up 13? I think, right?
Rolled a 17 over the check of 13. Perfect. This is why I love you. Thank you for being in the chat right now while I fumble through this like a moron. Sorry.
Doing great.
Oh, well, that means that yeah. So, Kobold fucked you up, unfortunately. He doesn't understand English, so your words have no effect on him.
You got fucking mogged, pussy.
If the target can hear you,
Did.
hold on. Here's what I'm seeing. If the target can hear you, though it need not understand you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving.
So, I was trying to role play, but if you want me to be a rules lawyer about it, the
No, I mean,
wisdom save for that
Say-
spell
say
to
it
not be
failed.
hit by it.
Say it failed.
It
He
failed.
passed.
You fucked up. You fucked up. He didn't care. He doesn't care. He's not listening to you.
That'll be
Your words
the
have
end
no
of my turn.
effect on him. He's an
That'll be the end of my
independent
turn.
woman.
E?
I was dying dead, bleeding on the floor.
All right. Willie goes ahead and ends his turn. So this individual, this kobold right here. Let's see. Let me measure the distance real quick. 5 feet. 5 feet.
That seems like a die roll to me.
This seems like a die roll. So that kobold right there couldn't quite understand what Willie was saying, and admittedly doesn't really care. He's focused on other things right now. So he's going to go ahead and take another swipe with the dagger at the old man that he was fighting right before. Well, listen, if we're breaking the fourth wall, Oscar has like 2 fucking health right now because he smacked himself with a dagger. So,
You know what? I don't roll a fucking die. Roll a
kobold is
D10.
closer to the-
I'll take the
The
under.
old man.
I'll take the under on
Fine.
a D10 to see who you attack.
It's fine.
Well-
I'll tank it.
Well, it doesn't matter. Good news.
He's closer to
Good
that.
news.
The old man.
Old man being locked in right now, despite his advanced age, again, is able to just barely dodge a swipe of the kobold's dagger.
Oh
So
man,
we're gonna go-
definitely dodging.
I
So
got
we're
my
gonna go ahead
protection
and
prayer on.
move. We're, we're gonna go
Bro
ahead
had
and
protect
move on
melee
to
on. For sure. He
this
hit the prayer
kobold
flick.
right here. He hit the prayer flick because you have to hit it.
Yeah, you have to
Is
hit the prayer
is
flick.
there only
have to hit
4
it.
more rolls? Because I'm done.
These rolls are only visible to me. So you just have to trust that I am not jipping you, which I am not. It's actually visible
Yeah,
to
it's
the
honor.
stream as well. I
Debatable.
didn't think if I joined as a player, I thought it wouldn't show up, but it still does. That's fine. All right. So this kobold here is still a little scared from having Rat snarl at it after he almost got clipped with that great axe. So what he is going to do instead is throw the dagger that he is holding back at Rat to try and sort of batter him back a little bit. So
Dagger.
we're gonna roll that.
The dagger throw. Tactical.
And fortunately for Rat, The kobold is still a little bit shaken up. He's not quite in the right headspace compared to where he was before when he was fighting you guys. So the dagger slips out of his hand a little bit prematurely because he's a little nervous to be dealing with you right now, and it whizzes by your ear, leaving you completely unharmed.
Let's
So,
go.
Low
Next,
The
level
mogging of the kobold worked. Hell
You
yeah.
guys,
Eat shit,
yeah,
pussy
no,
boy.
you mogged him for sure.
Up, rat.
And if I was really good at doing this, he would have rolled that with disadvantage too. But I'm not really good at it yet. So
That's okay, because I
Next
mogged
in
it
the-
anyways.
you mogged him anyway. Next in the turn order is going to be the old man. Old man, what are you fucking with today?
The old man thinks he gotta save me and
Uh-huh.
so I'm gonna.
I think
You cut out for a while.
you cut out for a bit there. What did you say, what were you saying about save? It saved and then cut out.
Oh, I gotta me
Then you're gonna save
save I don't remember Oscar's character's name.
me.
Willie Bobbycock.
Willie
Billy Body
Really
Cock.
body cock. You
Yeah.
gotta kill this cowboy in front of you.
here.
Because you look over and you see Willie just losing blood at an alarming rate.
Yeah, Willie's in a
He's
bad
on-
state.
I've seen this before. This can't.
He's almost knocked.
We can't see Willie.
I
Willie
don't
was
have
the
a
first.
RuneScape reference that you would find funny, unfortunately.
First-
I was gonna say that his shield is broken, but whatever.
Willie was the first
Whatever
guy
it
that
His
came up.
HP, he's only got 2 HP.
Bro,
Somebody
bro
could
got
AGS
chanced.
spec him easily.
Bro got chanced.
Bro did get chanced.
But no, Willie was the first one that came up to me and acted as a friend, so of course I'll have his back.
Mm.
I'm an adventurer. For the... I think we're gonna do another firebolt.
I like
Let
Firebolt.
me confirm that as a cantrip. It is question mark. Sorry.
You're fine.
Could be.
It is, yeah. So go ahead and do whatever the. Go ahead and roll your hit die.
Hey, go ahead and firebolt
Pink.
him for the culture.
Damn.
Dang, that
So
sucks.
you smack him with an 8. Unfortunately, the kobold closest to you is going to see you preparing that firebolt and is going to hide behind some cover, so you're unable to smack him.
Bad.
But because
Wow.
of that, Brody is now at the bottom of the stairs down here.
Hold on.
Ran away. Pussy boy.
Anything else the old man is thinking about doing right now?
I don't know what any of this stuff means. I didn't mean to click that.
You want to rock with it? You want to rock with it anyway?
Sure. I don't know what it means.
It's a high roll, man. Might as well rock.
It is yeah, it's a crazy roll.
Inside.
I was hoping to click on it and get some more information.
So, from your past adventures, you take a look at the kobold and you suddenly remember that each of them individually is very weak on their own. And they have higher. I don't know if you guys are able to see this actually. All right, I think only I can see that, so I'll go ahead and copy paste that text there for you because I'm fucking dumb. So you remember from your previous adventures that kobolds always travel in packs. You very rarely see a kobold outside of its natural element. You very rarely ever see one traveling by itself. So you remember this. When a kobold is close enough to another kobold within 5 feet, it can roll with advantage on any attacks that it is sending your way.
That actually is still broken.
So does that just mean there's a better chance?
It's worse
that
than you think.
Good roll.
But better chance of good roll, yes. So what rolling with advantage is basically, say that I'm going to use, I have your character sheet pulled up, so I'll use it as an example. Say that you are trying to hide from somebody, right? If you are rolling with advantage or disadvantage, you're going to go ahead and roll whatever that number is 2 times. If you're rolling with advantage, you will take the higher number. So in this case, with the 2 that I just did, you would take the 19, which could get you a better outcome. And then if you're rolling with disadvantage, you take the lower number. So you take that 13.
Sorry.
And I'm going to go ahead and hide those as well. I'm sure there's a way for me to actually share the skill with you, but I'll figure it out on my own time. Anything else you're feeling like doing, old man?
Old man's gonna retreat a little bit and go down to the top of the stairs in case I need to back down.
Drop the stairs, go for it. Fuck it. We ball.
Not down. We're going top of the stairs. In case I need to take some
All
cover.
right. Let's see. All right, right back to the tippy top of the turn order. Dueco, what you fucking with?
Can I do something for myself? Let's see. All right. Seeing the kobold cowering in fear and of being
Go-
mocked by Rat,
Go roar at it.
I'm I'm going to approach
course.
and do another martial arts attack.
So because that kobold is cowering in fear over there because he couldn't even throw a fucking knife at your boy Jay, you're gonna go ahead and roll that one with advantage.
Okay, so I need to. How do I do that? Can I just right click the hit DC, or is that in the advanced?
I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I say for now, just roll your hit dice, the hit DC, roll it 2 times. And
No,
we'll
need
take
to
the
roll
highest
twice.
one.
No, that
Ignore-
was me.
no.
That was me.
Oscar's fucking around.
I'll
right
take
now.
the 22 then.
I wish I would have waited to do that.
So this is an interesting edge case, but just because I know you all can see that right now, Pepper's 22 is actually not better than the 21, and the reason being is that when Oman did that roll, he hit a natural 20, and natural 20s are fortuitous, and we love seeing them because that means something really good is going to happen if you are rolling the die anyway. But so yes, you rolled your hit die twice because you had advantage. So we're going to take the 22. You are definitely going to hit that kobold who's cowering in fear near that cannon right there. So go ahead and roll your damage die.
Dang.
A 6. Perfect. So just like before, you summon up. What the fuck are you doing, Ignite?
That's me.
My
That's
God.
me. That's me mocking the guy while he's getting his ass beat by Peyton.
So just as before, you ready up a ferocious palm strike, faced at that kobold who's cowering in fear next to that cannon. You're gonna fucking unload on his ass, right?
Awesome.
Similarly to before, you smack him square in the jaw, and you hear a nice snapping noise as he slumps over into the corner. So,
Cool. Could I get like an athletics check to see if I have enough strength to basically blow his body into the next kobold behind him? Or is that how that work?
Would that be
he's hiding behind a cannon. So
Okay, I'll just
if
blow him into the
you
corner,
no,
that's
if
fine.
you want to try and roll that to see if you can knock the cannon into him, I'll let that slide. But it is not going to be easy for you to do.
Fair enough.
Try it anyway. No harm in trying.
Yeah, try it anyway because it's funny.
And would it be like an athletics check or what?
Yeah,
or is
athletics
it-
check.
Or would it be strength?
Athletics scales off of strength, so it's functionally similar or the same.
All right, I'm just gonna do that. I got a 24.
24.
Wow, you're fucking. I didn't think you'd roll that. You're nasty with it. So
Well, my athletics is +5, and whatever that number means.
that's still you still roll a 19, which is crazy. So
Ugh.
what Dueco, the MVP, does, especially after that first strike that he landed on that initial kobold, not being able to knock him out with just one punch.
Would be proud.
He summons all that anger and frustration that he feels within him
AJ.
and smacks the kobold who is hiding up against that cannon right there. And the force from his strike is enough to, let's see, smack the cannon from here into this other kobold who is hanging out at the stairs right there. So what's going to happen? Pepper, go ahead and roll me damage on your martial arts attack one more time.
Sure.
You rolled a 5. So, Peppercorn, Dueco, our fucking goat, our fucking hero, is able to smack the cannon into this other kobold right here. And you can see that as the cannon tips over, it lands directly on his head. Directly on the kobold's head, creating a very disgusting splat noise that, if we're being really honest, you rather would not have heard. But life or death situation, you have to live or you have to die. So
What was the louder splat? The goose that Ignite killed, or the cobalt cannon?
I think about
there was
that
no-
sometimes.
That was a crack.
There was no splat. Yeah, that was a cracking noise and the sound of its neck snapping backwards.
I think about that video all the time because it is just
So do I.
absolutely fucking insane that
I
happened.
think about it
But-
all the time, unfortunately.
With that, with
Lives
with Dwaco's resounding conquest of
I just
3
want-
kobolds that all 5 of you were tasked with fighting, all of the enemies that were attacking you are now dead. You guys take a look around the ship, and you can't really tell if there's anything else near you. You assume that you are good to go after digging through some of the stock that's in the bottom of the boat. And with that, your battle is now over, and you can focus on making the remainder of your journey towards Stormwreck Isle.
So now the fight is over. So I'm
Fight's
assuming
over, and fellas, that's probably going to be session 1. I think we.
Yeah, I think that's
This
should we
is
walk
what I
around
wanted
and
to do
talk
today.
about it?
You said what?
Should we walk around and talk about it? Because what's up? Like,
Absolutely,
Willie is
feel
still-
free.
Willie is still bleeding out on the floor here.
Willie is
So-
bleeding out, but now that there's no immediate danger, you can sense that he will be okay as long as he takes care of himself.
I'm gonna
With
approach-
that, Shade remembers that he could probably throw a single Eldritch Blast at your boy Willie and ice his ass.
yeah,
I
That's
right
up
there.
for you to decide.
Shade
BM
goes
right
up there and
there.
is like, "Old man, you need to do better at
That
landing
was-
your dagger strikes." And then
I
Bodycock
true.
responds with, "Son, you need to land your attacks better."
I missed it. I missed the first one. I had to lock in. All right. So are we discussing anything? What are we doing, boys?
That's up for you guys to decide. You're not in any fucking danger, so go ahead, do whatever you want, talk about whatever you want.
Don't worry, guys. Piss by the flesh room.
I forgot that you sound like that. It's-
Are you sure you're okay, old man?
Old man's faced
Awesome.
much worse pain than.
Oh.
But a
Old
scratch.
man.
But a
I like
scratch.
how old man says his name is old man. I observe. So Shade kind of observes the crew in front of him. So can I? How would I have to do a perception check for this?
What are you trying to do? I'll tell you.
I guess I would just look around and understand that some of the people on the ship may be stronger, or they may have more metal than I would have anticipated.
So instead of perception, let's see. It scales off the same thing, but go ahead and roll insight for me instead.
Okay.
For lore reasons.
And then I will do the narration after you hit your roll to tell you what insight you've gained. One thing I would recommend too, if you guys haven't been doing so, is just making notes of things that your character is experiencing and noticing.
Yeah.
But because I have a fucking
Oh wow.
notepad over here, I've been typing in all day. But
Yeah, I've got.
you rolled 21. That's great.
Yeah, no.
So Shade takes a look at. Is it Shade or Shade? Am I fucking it up?
Shade.
Shade. So Shade
Yeah,
takes a look at the rest of the adventuring party that he just valiantly fought against those kobolds with. His initial failure of missing that first Eldritch Blast still weighing heavily on his mind.
Still fresh on his mind.
Still fresh on his mind, and he takes a look at the remainder of the crew here and makes a good note that they have a little more to them than he originally anticipated. Willie being able to take a lot more hits than his initial carefree and upfront demeanor would indicate. The old man still being as much of a mystery as ever. Dwaco being a fierce fighter despite his youth, and Rat being just a fucking villain. Just a fucking villain to go up against.
That's
All right. So what's your ship right?
Mr. DM, are we able to pick through the pockets of Kobold to see if they have anything of importance?
Go right ahead. I didn't think that far ahead. I'm not gonna lie to you, but give me 1 sec.
Did you put me on the spot?
No, he didn't put me on the spot. I'll figure it out.
What do these guys have?
Characters.
Is that a sleight of hand or is that survival?
These fuckers are dead. It is not even a little bit of a challenge to rummage through their loincloths and find out that they have nothing on them, unfortunately.
Hey, you told me that bitch
No.
burst into flames.
If you would like
bullet.
to pick up their daggers or the other ranged weapons, they have slings on them as well, just to toss rocks at you guys. You can go ahead and do that. But
I'll take a
between
sling,
you and
that's
me,
funny.
Can I kick their
you'll take a
rocks?
sling. All right. Let's see. Let me see. I actually think that I can add that to your character sheet. So this is me testing something out in real time. So give me one moment.
Slings are funny.
Sling.
Sounds like
Slings
something
are funny.
a gnome would
I don't need
Let's see. So look at your inventory. Drag that over.
Yeah, you change your picture.
While I do think collecting their ears to sell in town is hilarious, I don't know if I have the creative chops to figure out how that would work quite yet.
What happened
Is
there?
there
You
even
got
a
that, dude?
town on the island?
Yes,
Oh.
there is. Yes. All right, Omen,
Well,
I've
there-
successfully added a sling to your inventory. So,
Let's go!
Willie has gone ahead and grabbed one of the slings that he found off the nearest kobold's body. Keep in mind they also have a dagger on them as well. If any of you are interested in holding one of those, and if not, who cares?
Already got one of them.
Whatever.
Shade calls over to Willie Bobbycock and says,
Oh shit.
minutes after a near-death experience, you're rummaging through pockets. How shameful.
I don't think they're gonna be using it anymore. I may as well.
Mm. Mm.
Don't worry, I'll sleep this one off. Thanks for worrying about me though. Completely disregarding the intent of what he was saying.
all right.
Did he do anything with these bodies, or just leave them on the ship?
And how long till we actually make it to shore? That's a real question. What are we doing, boys?
I don't know if I want to pull up to pier with 5 dead kobolds on the ship. Let's throw them overboard.
Or
Hey Willie,
one of them went overboard.
Hey Willie. I got an idea for you. Give me one second. I'm trying to figure out the best thing to. Fuck it. Just give me a charisma check. So just click on the +3 underneath your charisma. Seven.
I got no
So-
riz, huh?
You have a lot of riz, but not right now. I mean, to be fair, you are bleeding profusely from a couple different wounds, but so Willie suddenly has the idea to pitch to the rest of the crew to see how far each of them are able to throw one of the kobold's bodies away from the ship.
Mm. Okay, so who wants to go first?
And what I can do
I'll go,
actually,
I'll go.
Should we roll
what
for
I can also
initiative?
do-
Pepper's about to
Should
throw
we
that
roll
shit.
for initiative?
Rico's
No,
about
I
to
don't
throw
have to
that
roll
shit.
for initiative for it.
to
We
the
can
island.
we can go in any order you guys decide.
Toss
we
the
can
corpse
rock
is one
with
of our favorite pastimes in my village.
I think
Austin,
Toss
or-
the corpse.
Toss
Toss
the
the
corpse.
corpse.
Toss the corpse is extremely funny.
I'm good
I
at
just
gnome ball.
imagine it like cornhole,
Gnome
but it's with
ball.
just it's with corpses.
So each of the team grabs one of the kobold's bodies and goes ahead and lines it up towards the cannon that Dwaco knocked over and killed a kobold with earlier.
Mhm.
And you guys go ahead and decide amongst yourselves, in character, who's going to be going first in this game to see how far you can throw it.
Do we have any takers?
I'll go first.
I believe we
All
should
right,
go
Rat.
in
Good luck.
order,
Alright.
order of
Rat.
kills.
Rat,
Yeah.
go ahead, roll me an athletics check.
Go rat.
Is it rat?
Damn.
You rolled a 6.
You went
Fun
6
times. Not for you. So, so what's gonna happen is that Rat, despite his imposing frame and enormous fucking axe that he has on his back right now, the kobold is going to unfortunately slightly slip out of his hands before he is able to get a really good grip on it and toss it any given distance. So he's gonna throw it about 10 feet away from the ship. It's gonna fly roughly right there, give or take, before its body crashes into the ocean, never to be seen by anybody ever again.
My luck in this game, again, breaking the fourth wall here. My luck in this one, as far as rolls so far, has been somehow even worse than it was when I played D&D the first time, and I couldn't roll anything better than a 1 or a 2 pretty much every time I rolled.
My fucking goat. My
Only up from
fucking
here.
goat.
My luck hasn't changed a bit.
All right.
Just like
So
Where's
Rat
the
Barbara
love
said,
this game?
Rat
I
goes
wanna go
first with a
next.
very Rat goes first and tosses his kobold's body off of the boat with a display that is a little bit sad, but everybody can tell that it's kind of a one-time thing and not really indicative of how far he could potentially toss a corpse. And with that, who's up second?
Dwayko loves this game. I'll go next. Ha-cha!
"Holy
So-
shit,
Does love this game.
Dragon Man."
I'm gonna ask you to move your tokens, Rat, away from the edge of the boat, and Dwayne go up towards that corpse that I've moved up there on your behalf.
Oh.
So Dwayko, you can tell, has a little bit of pent-up frustration from growing up in a warrior village and being sent on some silly journey that he still will dedicate his life to, and then immediately having to fist fight a bunch of weird fucking lesser creatures that are smaller and weaker than him, despite having a similar facial structure. With that, our boy Dwayko is going to go ahead, pick up that kobold, and is going to be able to... That's the wrong tool. Guess I'll die. Go ahead and pick up that kobold's body, and is going to be able to toss it 25 feet off of the boat. So a very solid distance, to the point where you can sort of tell as the body flies that it's getting smaller and smaller the farther away it flies from the boat.
Cartoonishly flies off like Team Rocket.
True.
No, not quite, not quite. We'll see if one of you guys gain that ability or not. But and with that, Dwayko has released a little bit of the additional pent-up frustration from having to deal with a fight so early in his journey. Who's going third?
Me. This is foolish. I'll show you how to really do it.
Let me show you how it's done.
So I want to know,
Disgusting black creatures.
can I use Mage Hand to throw the body?
You might have to give me a second, but I think that would be fucking rad if you did. I don't think it counts as a creature technically.
Would it count as an
Oh,
object?
I can't carry more than 10 pounds.
So what? Yeah, you can't carry more than 10 pounds. So no, you cannot use that.
All right, then I guess can I use like
Throw
Can
it,
I
hit
use-
it with Eldritch Blast so it zooms.
yeah, I was gonna say can I hit it with Eldritch Blast, or can I use some sort of like telekinesis? I don't have that skill, but like
If you do not have the ability to use telekinesis yet, then I am going to go ahead and say no. I like the idea of
Mhm.
Eldritch Blast.
That's not
Yeah,
how you play
So
that game.
keep in mind currently that the kobold's body is slumped up against the railing of the boat. You're not able to directly use Eldritch Blast to just blast it off the side. Potentially, maybe there's a way that you could set it up differently that would allow you to cast that spell to see how far you could launch it.
okay. So
For example, maybe just maybe perching the body up on the railing or something
Yeah,
like that
I
to
was-
see
I
how
was
far
gonna
you could
say.
blast it.
I approach the body and
All right.
I set it up on
You attempt to set it up.
on the post on the corner to prepare to
Hmm.
blast it off the ship.
Do your thing. Hold on, give me 1 second.
What it should be? What, athletics? Uh-oh.
One.
I'm assuming it would be athletics or strength. I don't know which one it would be.
To line the body up.
Yeah, athletics, right?
I would
I would think
think
strength. No.
If you're like manipulating the body, the
I would say
athletics I think was the throwing thing, but
if you're trying to maneuver the body, I would say it's sleight of hand. And make it like
I disagree. I would say that is an athletics check.
Okay.
Yeah.
But because you are not doing something that is very difficult to do, hypothetically,
I can't throw a
you'll
body.
most likely not have to roll very high to accomplish it. 'Cause keep in mind, bro is dead, so you can, It's not like he's resisting.
So I
And
roll
so
it.
you roll an athletics check.
Not good.
Sorry. Not good. Give me 1 second. I'm researching.
Move a dead body.
Attributes.
As you try to perch this guy up, he falls over, and we lose him to the ocean. His body going less of a distance than Rat Burgess.
So this character sheet actually doesn't have the weight of that kobold on it. So even though you rolled very low, I'm going to go ahead and say that you successfully were able to lay the body up on the
After a
railing.
massive struggle.
After
High
a
diff.
big struggle, like everybody else could kind of hear you like grunting a little bit while you were trying to do it, but you are far too prideful of an individual to ever acknowledge that happened. So you're going to go ahead and lay that kobold on top of the railing and prepare to cast your Eldritch Blast. I am going to ask you to roll another hit die and damage to do this, but
Okay. So I back up to the first post of the ship and ready a blast at the dead kobold or whatever it's called.
So go ahead and roll that hit die for Eldritch Blast.
I strike it with my Eldritch Blast.
16.
Nice.
Perfectly fine. Perfectly cromulent. Go ahead and roll that damage too. You rolled a 10. Not too bad. So, after the rest of the party is able to watch Shade eventually successfully perch that kobold on top of the railing and use Eldritch Blast to see how far he can launch him, Shade is able to muster up a pretty powerful conjuration of that spell in this specific instance. So Shade, after using his spell, not brute strength, keep in mind, and the rest of the party remains aware of that as well, but is able to launch him a good 25 feet. So right up about here.
Hey, 25.
For that kobold. Right up about 25 feet. Not too bad. And then the body disappears. All right. Who is left? We have the old
Willie
man, and we
Wise Old
have Willie and the Wise Old Man. That could be a band. They wouldn't make very good music, but it could be a band.
Willie is still bleeding, by the way.
Mr. Old Man, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
I think I'm gonna sit this one out. There's no reason to mess with the corpses. Someone else can throw it.
We can give somebody a second try, but
The deed is done.
I'll take a second try. I'll take a second try. I'll take a second try. I'll take a second try.
The deed is
Well,
done. No need.
let me get in my first try before we get a second try.
all right,
Rolls with
Willie.
disadvantage. 'cause
Fine,
he's
Cobalt
bleeding
corpse,
out.
10K.
No, I'm still fine.
Little.
You know,
do-
Pepper, you said that is what I was going to ask because he has 2 HP. I was going to ask that he rolls his strength twice and we'll take the lowest for disadvantage.
How about we take the average of
And what's the point of rolling more than once?
Nah, we can't take the average. The average is cheating.
I thought this was an athletics check.
11? Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, it's been an athletics.
Oh,
check.
sorry. Yeah, it's an athletics check. Yeah, strength and athletics are both the same.
both
Athletics,
the same.
whatever. We'll do 11 and then roll your athletics check
Come
too.
on, come on, baby. Give me eel.
An 8. So we will be
Still higher than some
taking that
people.
8. We'll be. It is
So
unfortunately.
higher than me, yeah.
So we will be taking that 8. So our boy Willie's able to grab that kobold by the leg, despite Willie's damaged, emaciated frame, clearly not having a good time doing so. But he'll do anything for a good time. And Willie grabs the kobold and is able to toss it about 10 feet off the boat. Not any incredible distance, but everybody is still a little bit shocked that he can manage a feat of strength like that, despite having probably, I don't know, 3/4 of the blood that he had hit him earlier. But
You have my respect, little guy. You're able to
Thank
throw him
you.
despite all that damage.
and with
Thank you.
that, the party also remembers that Rat was very insistent that he gets a second try because he was not pleased with his first try.
Welcome, Rat.
And it seems like the party is encouraging Rat to get that second throw in.
Go. Much better.
Yes.
Still not great, but better.
Roll with advantage. Roll another one because you're
Okay.
pissed off because you fucked it up the first time.
You're angry.
You're angry.
Yeah.
Roll again. Roll again.
We're taking it. No. You only get 2. You only get 2. And also move this individual elsewhere. Oh man. So, Rat, clearly frustrated after his unfortunate first attempt, but still a little bit tuckered out after that last battle, grabs the kobold's corpse by the leg and is able to pick it up and toss it about 15 feet off the boat. Enough distance that everybody can tell that he is very strong, very powerful, not somebody that you would want to make an enemy of directly, but he also is a little bit tuckered out and probably could use a bit of a nap and maybe a potion of health at this point. Do they have those in RuneScape?
I mean,
In
you
a
have
way.
food, or kind of. You have Ceradomin brews.
Yeah.
He could use, I don't know, a chicken
needs a
leg,
brew.
maybe?
Yeah.
He needs a brew. You can use a brew right now.
I hear
Unfortunately,
a Minecraft
you're on a
chopping
boat.
noise in the background.
Nom 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 nom.
Give this man a caramel.
Gentlemen, any final conversations you guys would all like to have with each other? And then, for reference, this is where he threw the body too, give or take.
I am good, team.
I'm
We can
good.
discuss
I'm
Okay.
good. I've saved my notes.
All right.
Got mine pulled.
How's everybody feeling after session one? That we're gonna call it there.
Whoa.
Then
Yeah, that was fun.
I hope everybody had a
I
good
agree.
enough time pretending with one another.
Yeah, it's
I
fun
do
to
love
think
pretending.
All right,
Hell,
boys.
solid, cool. All right.
Thank you for sleep well.
I will talk
Mr.
to you guys
DM.
throughout the week, but I will be here next week. Yes, I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Um,
DM. Thank you,
Yes,
DM.
sir. Thank you guys.
Any
Thank
notes
you
or
very much,
questions,
DM.
feel free to. I talk to you guys all the time in real life, but
Mhm.
any questions or concerns or anything, hit my ass up and
Yeah.
I will answer them.
Any questions or concerns, email the DM.
Absolutely. And one of my
During
buddies
business
is
hours.
tuned into the stream for. He might still be here actually. One of my old buddies is tuned into the stream right now, and he's been DMing for a very long time. So Big, also feel free to fucking hit me up with any notes or dumb shit that I forgot, because I am new here. But
Yes, sir.
All right, good night,
thank
team.
you,
Good night, guys.
thank you everybody for coming. It was an
fun.
excellent time. Looking